You ever leave a conversation thinking, why didn't they hear me? I mean, you spoke clearly, you had all the facts, you repeated yourself 5 times, you even felt that heat kind of rising up, but you walk away from the conversation and it just felt like your voice was flat. Well, my corporate sister friend, I want to tell you something. Influence doesn't come from how loud you get or how many times you repeat yourself. Influence comes from how deeply grounded you are. If you've ever felt unheard at work or at home, or you feel like you're doing all the right things, but still not making an impact, this video is for you. Let's talk about the real reason people aren't listening to you and the heart shift that you can make today so that you can lead with presence, not pressure. My name is Diana Patton, and I am an authentic power strategist. And I want to talk about something I believe corporate women do often is we confuse influence with control. So that means that we have to prove it, we have to work twice as hard, we have to talk twice as long, we have to over explain ourselves just to get the point across. But I'm here to tell you that influence, it's never forced, it's felt. I'm going to break this all the way down for you, starting with my own corporate journey, and then give you 3 simple steps to improve your influence energy and start influencing the room without even saying a word. Let's keep this real. You want to make an impact. You want to shape how people think and how people act, yet you want to do that through connection, not through control. Because when you start doing this through control, what happens is you lose your power, right? You start over explaining things, you start getting mad, we start raising our voices, we get loud. But I'm here to tell you that influence doesn't come from that. Influence actually comes from a heart posture. That's the reason why you see this methodology here. This is the path to power, purpose, and connection. I've created an entire framework of how you can be the most influential person, and it comes from the heart. That's the reason why you see influence in the center here. But I want to tell you, I'm speaking to you from experience, and I want to share my story of being a global purchasing director for a Fortune 500 company. I was hired into this position, but I had a lot of dotted lines. No one really reported to me. So I had to influence people who were around the world. These were plant managers, these were analysts. And every single week, I needed to report on the financials. Yet, I needed them to give me all the information I needed at a specific time. And I'm telling you, it was like herding cats. I was never, ever able to get everything on time. Often, they would give me the information in the currency from their own country. So I had to spend all this time translating everything. It was so frustrating. And I got so angry and I would get so mad with everyone. And I just lost it. There were so many days where I felt like I just wanted to break down and cry because I really felt like I was clear. I felt like I explained exactly what I needed, but nobody was responding to me. And so I was forcing my way through these situations. What I didn't realize was I really needed to make more connection with people. I also needed to explain to my direct report and to my team that I really needed to make time in connecting with people as opposed to forcing my way through the situation. Once I started to realize and check in with myself and pause, which is on our path to power, I had to pause and say, am I trying to impress or am I trying to connect? Am I leading with ego or am I leading with love? You know, a lot of people dismiss leading from love in their corporate job. They think it's too woo woo or it's too fluffy. It's exactly where your power is. So I had to make a shift and I had to really understand what influence is and what influence is not. First, what influence is not. Influence is not ego. It's not control, and it's not anxiety masked as persistence. But I want to read to you what influence is: the ability to move others without needing to push. Influence is communication grounded in presence. Influence is persuasion rooted in compassion. And influence finally is leadership powered by heart, not hustle. Let me repeat that. Leadership is powered by heart, not hustle. So I want to share my 3-step influence reset. And it's hard to do when you feel unheard, when you feel like people are ignoring you and you're frustrated. But I guarantee you that if you start working on these 3 things, your life will begin to change. First, get clear. Identify who you're trying to influence. Is it a person? Is it a team member? What and who are you trying to influence? Because often when we're frustrated, we get upset, our focus gets out of whack. So, first thing is identify what you are trying to influence. Second, check your heart motive. What do you want to feel like when you are trying to influence? Do you want to feel powerful, present? You want to feel a sense of ease? Check your heart. Are you trying to impress or are you trying to connect? Third, write your influence plan. What conversations do you really need to have? Do you need to build some trust somewhere? Have you lost some trust somewhere? What do you need to let go of to lead with love instead of fear? Because there's this thought that someone has some power over you, but if you are trying to impress, you can see how that fear disallow you to lead from your heart center and influence. You're not called to manipulate. What we have to do is we have to inspire. And that comes from a space of presence, of being deeply grounded. You don't have to push your way into impact. You can presence your way to power. The power of your presence is real when you anchor it in love. Let that be your energy this week. Let that inspire you. Let that encourage you. This is the real work. Do not believe other people when they say that you got to work so hard, push your way through. That is all a myth. Let me give you the truth. And this is the truth that will give you the freedom that you so deeply desire as you travel along your path to power, purpose, and connection. If this message inspired you, if you felt so good about it, would you ring that bell? Would you subscribe to my channel? Leave a comment. I want to hear from you. And I want you to be able to share this with someone. Share this with a woman that you know is struggling right now. Where have you been trying to force your way through a situation? What shift are you ready to make now? Share in the comments below. Let's make this happen. I look forward to hearing from you. I'll see you in the next video.